This guy destroys lanes,
Yeah.
but he has those moments. He has those moments where you're scratching your head. You're not sure if he just, ended up going to the bathroom, just left his hero standing there, and it dove like randomly. This guy is super talented, but I feel like they need a captain or someone that controls Jamer a little bit more. I feel like a lot of times
telling me
just
coach?
wasting so much of what he gets in the laning stage.
Maybe a knowledgeable Brazilian coach who panels.
Ah.
Is that what they need?
Look at you planting the seeds.
Are you going to try and get something going here, boys? This is a good idea.
If you're listening, I'm kidding.
Turn off the stream.
Growing your
nice.
your own little Bowie forest. Plant some seeds. Are you telling me that Thugger is not the big bad shot caller to keep Jamari in check that they need?
That his tag makes him sound like?
Yeah,
I feel like if I pissed off the guy named Thugger, I'm in for a thumping.
I mean, he might be, but sometimes it feels like the whole team isn't united, and that can be hard. Even if you're shot calling, doesn't necessarily mean that everyone's going to listen or that everyone agrees.
It's confusing because their symbol is the Alpha and the Omega, which of course is all-encompassing, which would, make you think that they are in fact united.
True.
Wow, there's a lot of layers going on here, Bowie. This is pretty deep for the first, draft section of the entire day. We have a lot of drafts to go here. We can't get this philosophical.
No, we will. It will go deeper.
Good.
I assure you.
Take me to the ninth dimension.
What do you guys feel of this Beast Boy here? Do you think this is going to be off lane? Think this is going to be middle?
Is it a Jamari hero is the question. I was going to say middle. In my head, when I see the Beastmaster like this, I think, yeah, that's a mid, unless something really bad happens.
He's playing
Game 1 middle, Game 2 off lane.
Okay.
That's my prediction. Game 1, lose middle. Game 2, send him off lane.
Oh, they do take this Invoker, so Quasar's Invoker really good versus the Beastie Boy, because he drains all the mana the Beastmaster needs to do damage.
Mm-hmm.
So, could be middle, yes.
Mana.
Invoker, I know we've talked about him a few times. Invoker has shot up stats-wise, all right? So, talk about our friends over at stats.spectral.gg with all their lovely data points. One of my favorite formulas they use is the rank, which basically is a combination between your pick rate, your ban rate amongst all games, but then also your win rate when you actually are picked. Because it's kind of interesting. It kind of gives you a little bit of how valuable it is when it actually does come out. And that puts Invoker's actually the top ranked hero right now by that, simply because with the 19 picks and 54 bans, a very highly banned hero, Invoker's almost at a 69% win rate. He's 68.42% right now.
Nice.
That's a lot of wins.
Dude, they just need to take that formula and skin it into a stock market sim, and then we can actually have hero stonks to talk about. Invoker, tearing up the stonks.
Oh, nice. So that means I can start shorting Lion? Dude, this hero's ass.
I've had this idea for years now. The formula is the key part of the whole thing. The rest of it's just an interface. Come on, this is the future.
Well, maybe you should stop working on bear-shaped ski jackets and get to work on this. Ever think of that?
Hey, invest the money from the bear jackets into someone that's actually intelligent enough to do
the non-monetized, just for fun Dota 2 hero stock app. Yes, a great use of my free time.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome.
10 seconds remaining.
All right.
Another fantastic day of SA Dota.
CK, huh?
Yeah.
I guess Mingate likes that hero.
Yeah, it's being played a lot by a lot of players, but Mingate is one of them. He's also playing a lot of Terrorblade, which is a hero we didn't see a lot. I think when he showed up, he lost. I don't know. I don't know what you think about that hero. I still feel like he's kind of garbage, but it's he's a win condition. Right? That's why he's still good.
Team ban.
Oh, Husker ban. Nice. This is definitely Beastmaster me then.
Now, I'll tell you what was getting me a little excited yesterday was all those Enigma bans in the second phase.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we haven't got to see that hero in quite a while. Showed up in a couple banning phases, and then he was just gone.
Correct.
And I see he's kind of tearing up the pubs a little bit. I mean, not really expecting it here between a Nyx Assassin and a Beastmaster, unfortunately. But, I could go for the reappearance.
The shard is so cool. Like, whenever
it really
see
is.
It's, like, so cool to watch. I mean, they could pick it, right? You have this Nyx Assassin here, so you're sure there's not going to be a bug using Carapace in your Midnight Pulse.
Yeah, but I don't want to get roared. Like, right into the roar pick, like,
Yeah, it is a little annoying.
10 seconds remaining.
Man, Nick Assassin's so sick. What's my safe 5 here, guys?
Wyvern.
Is it Witch Doctor?
Against Beastmaster.
Wyvern's
this-
actually pretty solid. That's not a bad idea.
True. Even with the new age Beastmaster, doesn't matter. But yeah, Nick Assassin seems really annoying for Beastmaster because like all he wants to do is throw those stupid axes out.
Okay.
Right? Like every team fight, you know what he's gonna do. It must be like the easiest carapace to hit in the world.
True. The problem I think is that usually he's gonna be throwing it pretty far away, right? So it's hard to connect the Impale with the
10
Carapace.
seconds remaining.
I don't know.
But-
You're pretty fast, man. You're a speedy
Sure.
little bug.
5 seconds remaining.
I like it versus Grimstroke though, because he has a lot of spells that you can Carapace
Radiant team
from afar or close.
And I was going through Dispel heroes in my head, and I just completely missed Oracle. And I was thinking, I don't think this one looks good. And Abba's gone. Jeez, Oracle was definitely the pick. They already have the Leshrac too. This puts the Lesh into like a solid off lane or mid roll with the help of the Oracle.
10 seconds
Throughout that,
remaining.
those like early team fights, you get like a position 1 who still wants to farm a little bit, but Oracle actually is a nice target in the engagements to try and keep alive. But we do get the South
Dire
American.
team pick.
Right up there with the Tiny, I feel like it's the Earth Spirit in terms of this this big hero that I associate with this region.
The peak elf
Definitely.
boy.
It fits the play style of the region at large. He's tanky, he's fast, he's aggressive, he fights early, he gets runes.
10 seconds
It's everything you could
remaining.
ever want in South American Dota.
ZXCA
5
Earth Spirit.
seconds remaining.
And now they're probably going to have to review this Beastmaster's mid, unless they get this like flexy offlaner, like a Pango. I actually like Pango here. You're against Nyx Assassins, who have the Rolling Thunder, the Disarm versus Troll. You just get on top of the Oracle.
What are our cores versus Troll that actually feel good?
Carry?
Drow.
Yeah, like counter carry.
Yeah, I think mid
Drow's all I
is
got.
okay. Drow is fine. I think Lifestealer is really good because you can go Halberd. You can always infest, like Ultra ult to infest someone and just run away really, really fast. Anything that can kite the Troll is good. Weaver is good,
Yeah.
but it's
I don't know if
banned.
they could Razor.
Oh, Penguin is
I feel like
banned.
we've
What
seen
the
him-
hell am I talking about? Sorry.
Yeah, no, we've seen a lot of Razor bans, but he hasn't actually been picked up yet. And they'll just grab the Mars, so still have the flexibility,
Okay.
obviously,
Yep.
between the mid or the off lane for both the Beast and the Mars, but probably going to be Mars off lane, I feel like.
Radiant team back.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I feel like I can feel a Terrorblade coming. I feel like Mengate's going to pick Terrorblade here, and it's not going to be good.
Why do you think they didn't Timbersaw? Because I noted that it was still in.
Nyx Lash is a little.
Oh,
scary,
yeah,
I
that's
think.
true, actually. Yeah, the mana burn and the Carapace is way too much.
Yeah, it's just way
Yeah.
too much lockdown for the Leshrac to
5
show up.
seconds remaining.
Yeah, I was looking a little bit too inward at their own lineup, thinking like, yeah, that could be kind of nice. But yeah, the counters are there.
Were you the one that said that Nyx Assassin had like one of the highest win rates in competitive
Yeah.
right now?
I don't know about
true.
competitive. I know top tier
Oh,
pubs, he's still the
okay.
highest. He's like 58% or something insane. Yeah,
Wow.
he's almost 59% in like on Dota 2 Pro Tracker right now.
That's crazy.
Just
10
crazy.
seconds remaining.
We didn't see a lot of. I don't think. Is this maybe the first Nyx Assassin
5
game
seconds
we had?
remaining.
I don't know.
I'm not sure we had one.
I mean, he
It's
is tearing it up in the DPC too. He's 65% win rate after 20 games.
Wow.
So
You might be
still
right,
looking good.
Bowie. I'm having trouble remembering a Knicks game. I know we've talked about it a few times.
I've definitely cast some in NA. I feel like he's been fairly popular up there.
Okay.
10 seconds
So what's
remaining.
Mengate playing here, guys? Hit me with the...
Is it coming? Is he
Hit me with the big
Terrorblade?
one.
Well,
Well, I'm looking for other suggestions. I don't think Terrorblade's good. I just think it's what they're going to ninth pick because it's, quote,
Dire
safe.
team pick.
Okay, never mind.
That'll
Terrorblade
stop
banned.
you.
okay.
So
I
is it
think
Weaver? Weaver's banned?
might be the hero. There you go.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Good job, Bowie. Good job. All right, I love it. This is so much better than the Terrorblade.
Yeah.
Combos well with the Grimstroke, plays a lot faster. I think Mengate needs these kind of like, I'm ready to fight heroes that can fight pretty actively. It like holds his attention to
seconds
not just
remaining.
AFK and farm and ignore the team. I don't
I've
like
liked
his
it a lot with
Terrorblade because he
Mars,
gets
5
too.
seconds remaining.
he gets too focused on, hey guys, I need my next item. But this is
And
really
then
solid.
while that's happening, Jamer is just diving tier
Yeah.
3s.
Exactly. And maybe that's open qualifier Omega, and here we're at DPC Omega. This team has been improving at a very quick rate, so go easy on him here. Now for Ego Boys, some flex with this Lesh. Is it mid or is it off lane? And then what are we going to grab as well? Are we looking for a Drakeel
it should
hero
be
here?
mid, considering they have 3 melee cores. So I
Yeah,
feel
I'm
like you're
trying
probably going to put Lesh mid.
What would be a good pairing with this Nyx, though, if you're sending the Lash mid?
I mean, Tide could be okay.
Is Slardar good here?
Drakeel looked pretty rough on Slardar last time. I don't know.
I mean, they
man.
could also get a little greedy and go for like a Spirit mid or something too, because they'll probably get away with it. And the Leshrac can definitely lane versus the Bloodseeker and the Grim, I feel. I think it can be done with the Nyx Assassin
There's
protecting
Nurse
you.
Spirit on Omega, right? Isn't it super easy to just like get a couple of axes on that Spirit before level 6, just kill him?
Yeah, perhaps.
I keep thinking about Brewmaster in situations like this. Like Omega's got this pretty fast tempo lineup. You need some brawler to try to make some space for you. I don't think they'll pick it because nobody's picking Brewmaster right now, but
You
that's
are
what
right.
my brain is
conceptually,
stuck on.
I think
His
the
ult
hero,
is so
the hero's wing
slow.
rate is trash now, but I think you're
Yeah.
right.
Oh, okay. Well, here's another brick wall for you. Lay down the line awards. The line you shall not cross.
I mean, I think Venomancer is always, in SA at least, is always hit or miss. You're either 0 and 10, or you're destroying the game.
Yeah.
I don't like Venomancer against these super fast heroes, though. You have Earth Spirit mobility, Bloodseeker mobility. I feel like his lane could be a little hard, but they do have the Blood Right versus Nyx Assassin, so it might be easy to the Nyx to just carry pace into stun. We'll see how the lane pans out.
Yeah, it's kind of why I would have liked some follow-up chain stun, like the Leshrac or something in the actual lane. Because what's Veno going to do? Like slow him for a second and he'll probably just be able to escape, more than likely?
I'm favoring Omega based on draft a good bit here. I like what their options. They've got a lot of stuns. I think they've got the right tools to enable this Mingate Bloodseeker. I think it might be a hard game for this troll. I'm not sure what item build he's going to go for. If he can get away with the Battle Fury or if that's too greedy.
I think a big question will be how well they play around Alone's Leshrac with like the Veno. I actually do think their 4 heroes without troll are really scary in the early game. Like when they approach a tower, if you screw up the arena, like one of these spears misses or something, your tower's just gone, and you might like wipe 3 heroes too. And it feels like tower pushes look so strong this patch. I'm a little bit over on the Ego Boys.
I'm going to reiterate again. I think this is, if J. Murray has a good game, if he doesn't overplay his hand with this Aghanim Scepter and Beastmaster, I feel like they have a pretty big chance. I agree with Zyori. I think their draft is a little bit better, just easier to execute in general. But
I like it.
Yeah. Ego Boys.
We're back on the, if Jamari doesn't feed, they got it. That's where we're at, huh? That's the TLDR.
All right, hurry it up.
Gotcha.
No pause.
All right, no
They're
pause
playing
today.
Dota.
Okay.
We got Gary and Theban. Boys, take it away. Jump right into the action.
Thank you. There's no pause. Yeah, thank you, Zara and the boys. And here we are. Theban, Ego Boys looking like they're ramped up this draft for some pretty solid lanes. You know, Troll with Oracle, the Nyx with a Venomancer, Leshrac mid for Alone, while Omega, some incredibly tanky, teamfight-oriented heroes. And of course, need to hit some pretty serious item timings. It looks like they're going to be trying to contest Bot Rune as well, a move that I haven't seen before, especially from Radiant's side going into Dire.
Yep, walking up the side ground. Well, guess who's ready for it?
It's Earth Spirit.
Spirit. Hello.
Pops the smoke. Gale touches him. He disappears. They will be able to secure themselves a couple of these runes, though, it looks like, if they do stick around.
And they're gonna just go to the other side on the side of Omega. Just, you know, settle for the 2 for 2. No shenanigans. Lisek, so he's got other ideas here.
Yeah, wanting to try and take the rune for himself. ZXC grabs it, but it looks like the Mars is going to fall to Kara. Oracle getting that first blood.
If Jamari was maybe there to steal that bottom river rune, I could have said that's worth it, but unfortunately, you did feed first blood for 1 bounty rune, so... Oh,
Yeah,
Drakeo got
been
the other
4.
one on the top side too.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was almost 4. It's 3 for 1.
Oh, sorry. It's 3. Yeah, okay. Sorry, bottom side. Yeah. He TP top. I was like, wait, did he get the one on the top rune? No, it doesn't. It doesn't make sense. Okay.
So not atrocious for the Dire team. I'm looking at this Beastmaster. He had a... Wait, hang on a second. What's happening? He had a slippers of agility a few seconds ago and it's disappeared.
Did he? Oh, you must have maybe clicked somebody else. It's possible,
Maybe my
right?
Dota bugged out. I had Beastmaster clicked. That's really weird.
Yeah, Rises has a slipper of agility. It's quite possible you had him clicked up earlier. But yeah, this Beastmaster mid, I'm surprised the team actually got Beastmaster, Gary. This hero, he is public enemy #1 in pubs right now. This is absolutely insane. It's just like such a high win possibility in the right hands, and there's just no real answer to it.
Yeah, once he gets that item, he's just ready to roll. And the fact that he can, clear through stacks, progressing towards the item, it's not like the Wraith King Radiance where you're kind of waiting for a relic, slowly farming camps. He is quickly taking stacks and kind of bursting through them.
He's doing so well mid right now. 10-0, pressure into Leshrac, gonna shove him to the side here. He's gonna have to walk all the way around, and then with double waves pushing into Lesh, he's not gonna feel too comfortable as well. Okay, let's take a look at the other lanes first.
Lesh just can't play the lane anymore.
I know we want to stay here because it looks like he might die very soon, but I assure you, Alone is not gonna die.
He's fine. Yeah, up at top, Tano getting up in the face of Mingati with the Gale from Drakeel, this Nyx and Venomancer. Really a great combo up against a melee carry like that Bloodseeker.
Oh, definitely. I think Veno should be having a decent time, but I think Omega on Mingate and Thugger are playing this really well. They're shoving the lane out, getting the farm, and trying to get some pulls going so the Bloodseeker won't be pressured by both of the heroes here. Oh, Middle Alone getting a little low.
Yeah, there's another Axis up. Not enough to kill him.
That's good.
But still getting through a lot of these bottle charges. As it looks like
another
Jamari...
Axis coming?
Oh.
No, he's not going to try. He's not going to go for it. He's going to keep this on this hill. Just try to pressure up Alone like this. This is actually what Jamari did to Beastmaster last time, right? He picked Leshrac middle. He farmed. He waited for the Beastmaster to go into a jungle. Then he took his mid tower. So Alone is doing the same thing. But he's actually struggling in the mid lane though.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, we've had that similar concept with the Alchemist as well, right? Where the Beastmasters either going to trade farm with you or really good conceptual ideas coming out from South America. How to deal with the real annoying Beastmaster pick.
Exactly, but harder to replicate that in like a public game environment. But in these kind of games, it's really possible to try something, and I think EGOBOYS are trying something right now, especially with this Nyx Assassin. This hero, he can spike Carapace the Axis and get an easy stun from Vendetta onto the Beastmaster, and maybe that's a way that they can catch him.
And that final lane, down bottom, Lissak's just going to spear back Rises, but the fact that Kara here is able to sustain this lane and give Troll such a perfectly free farm lane after that first blood on the Mars as well. Lissax is 6-1.
He is getting crushed. I mean, the double melee combos with Mars is very hard to apply pressure with, but typically you should be able to get enough farm for your Mars because he can kill range creeps easily. But they're getting wrecked in this lane, Gary. I mean, Oracle did get first blood. He's got that Bassi and Magic Stick. He's got so much potential in this bottom lane. They just can't out-sustain this Oracle's mana regen.
Yeah, it does make up for that mid lane going a little poorly early on. I'll get a D-ward mid there as Tano comes in, kills off a boar. Alleviate a little bit of pressure from the Lesh. Another roll in bottom though, spearing and kicking Rises back under the tier 1. This Troll Warlord still has some ranged axes to chuck, and it doesn't look like he's particularly bothered about the move they've made. It does mean a full wave with triple range creeps arrives at the tower, and Oracle, he's going to have to come back and pull.
Yeah, and the Nyx is now back top. I would like to point out, the reason Nyx did rotate mid is because there's a huge creep wave going into Drakeo top, and he didn't want to take any of that XP from his offlaner. Those are really good things to do as a position 4. And Tado understands that. Now he's back up there. Drakeo's picked up all that XP, going on to Mingate, putting some pressure.
Oh,
Hunger should be a
Lissex.
little bit careful too. You got one? Nice.
Yeah, the Mars dying down bottom and rises. He's popped all of his wands, but they turn with the Purifying Flames, Fortune's End. Another Flames here from Kara will secure
Top lane
yet
too.
another kill. And up top, they get the stun in on Mingate. Lose Drakeel, but get the Bloodseeker. Well worth it on every single aspect here on both side lanes from EGOBOYS.
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's like a give and take, right? Benno got all that solo XP. Now he trades his life for the Bloodseeker. Tano's gonna get some XP. This Nyx is gonna have a really good game at this rate. The only person I'm worried about on the side of EGOBOYS is our friend Leshrac right now. But he is catching back up now that he hit level 6. Actually, whoa, he's level 7 already?
He's at 7.5.
Hang on.
He's half a level ahead of that Beastmaster now.
What? Wait, where did he get all this Oh my god, he's going in to steal the stacks now,
He's going to
Gary.
find some stacks. Grimstroke has spent the last 2 minutes
wow.
making these stacks up for the Beastmaster, and Alone just comes in with a Pulse
wow.
Nova and clears through everything. Oh, the
So
Grim
good.
sees it. Thugger's like, no, please. He might actually still get caught here. Tries to hide in the trees.
Very
but
nice
so
play.
much damage coming through from Alone.
Doesn't turn off the Pulse Nova because it costs a lot to turn it back on. Just chases down the Grimstroke, gets a kill. Now he's almost
And now
level 8.
Mingate.
Mingate's only 4, but he has no mana on Alone. He's got to get out. Oh,
They roar up the Leshrac, so at least Jamari here is going to get himself something for his troubles, and a good kick, catching out Tano. Just turned with a mana burn, but a double kill from Mingate there, all thanks to that Jamari rotation with the roar.
that is so good from Mingate. He was struggling after that death and having very low experience. Now he got a kill onto that Leshrac. Good thing Alone was not level 8. He was like a sliver of XP away from level 8. But he's not going to be too worried. Oh,
And the Inkswell roll top. With that Blood Right, pop the raindrops. But they're able to chase us with Mingate quite easily. Force the stick charges and give him a few more whacks there, and a killing spree suddenly from a Bloodseeker. Who, you know, he's 29-4. He's not been hitting creeps, but suddenly gets 3 kills in a row and feels pretty good about himself.
And level 6 out of nowhere. Earth Spirit, good rotation from him, going on to that easy Venomancer kill this early into the game before the Venomancer starts to get too out of hand. He's only level 5 right now. It looks like EGOBOYS tried to put some pressure middle. Beastmaster stopped it, and now they're smoking up the top. They want to get a kill onto the Bloodseeker. There's a catapult still up there. So it's a very natural movement right now from EGOBOYS to try and pressure with this. They're going to try and kill Mingate before he can get rid of the catapult.
Yeah, there's
Got the
I
Gale
missed
off.
Gale,
Good enough.
unfortunately, but it's more than enough damage there. They'll try and roll back in with the Inkswell onto Drakeel. ZXC realizing not a battle he wants to take. And those 2 Dar Observer boards, a real false sense of security for Omega, it feels like. They feel like they see everything coming, but in fact, that smoke perfectly positioned.
That's why you want to smoke up there. If you feel the enemy has vision already in that area, make sure they don't see you. Jamari
But
with
now
the roar
Alone.
again.
Double damage
So good.
Beastmaster. A few little swipes in, kills off the Lesh. 2-man Gale,
man.
but no further action.
Like, Jamari played this matchup before, the Leshrac versus Beast. Like, he was a Leshrac. He knows exactly what the Lesh wants to do against Beastmaster. And he's, like, countering those rotations. First middles, throwing the axes while the Leshrac wants to kill the tower with the Edict. Now Leshrac goes top, he TPs after him, he roars him, gets the kill. He does not want to let this Lesh pop off. Lesh is sitting there with 1800 gold, trying to build up into the Boots of Travels. And he's got to feel bad dying like this twice now. And he's back at it top lane. He's not going to
Straight
give
up
up.
there.
I want this tower.
Even bringing the troll up there. So that means plenty of free room for Lessex Mars, who, you know, has had some real worries. Net worth not looking particularly good. Venomancer, I guess, is a very similar story. For Drakeel, sitting around 2,500 net worth. But they do get that top tier one, so now that portion of the map belonging to EGOBOYS, give it to the troll to farm, and Lesh can start considering pushing out that mid lane again and maybe gathering up to take that tier one.
Exactly. As you said, the Troll Warlord is going to be very happy to be up here. That being, the question being now is, where does Drakeel get his XP? It looks like he's just advancing forward into the Dire Jungle. He just wants to put some Plague Wars down, get some vision, make sure that Beastmaster can't at least get these camps, slow down that Aghanim's timing a little bit. That being said, if you look at Jamari here, Gary, he's inching closer.
700 gold away.
11-minute Aghanims, I think?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Maybe even faster, you know, if he gets a couple of kills while they defend this mid-tier one, because Omega, they are trying to come here with the Mars Arena ready. He's looking like he wants to throw it out, and he does catch 2, but the missed spear. Not a great start for him. Still Soulbind with a turnaround, Nick stun. Tano trying to retreat. The roar, it's a double one. Onto Drakeel and Tano, and they burst through them. He looked a bit sloppy to start, but then in comes Jimari. A true carry from the mid lane, and now he's 400 gold away from Aghanim Scepter. They rupture up alone. Leshrac caught just outside the Blood Right. The false promise is there. Kara will keep the Lesh up and running as the Troll turns onto the Earth Spirit, and they do burst him down, giving a double kill to your Lesh. Save him with all the heals in the world.
Nice. Fortunately for Omega, they don't lose any of their carries. Oracle did use that false promise, very long cooldown on level 1. So Omega, they got the Ags ready in about 170 gold on Beastmaster. He still doesn't have it. If he has it, I don't think they're going to be able to push this tower, Gary.
Yeah, they're trying for it. Still catapult defended. Edict going.
Very good.
Very nicely done.
EGOBOYS.
And now the Mars has quite a lot of disables here, and that Vendetta strike to finish him off.
Yeah, I'm taking this objective before the Axes, before the Aghanims is up on the Beastmaster was a very intelligent decision here from EGOBOYS, and Troll Warlord also investing his time into completing that objective. I think that was very much needed. And Mars, Lissex, he's not having a good game.
Neither of the offlaners are, right?
Yeah.
Venomancer, his net worth not looking particularly good either. I mean, 133 on Veno, 032 on the Mars. It's been a difficult story for them as they do, smoke bottom, Grimstroke, and the Earth Spirit just behind the Bloodseeker, and triple wards all around this bottom area now.
So good. This Venomancer is going to be extremely annoying to push into because he's going to be getting so much vision from the Plague Wards just being dropped around here. My favorite idea against Veno is to just ignore him. Just go to another lane where he can probably take a tower. You know, let him do his thing, let him create his cap. Eventually, if he TPs across the map, then he doesn't have that fortress anymore on the lane that he TPs into. And the fortress where he did have it will also run out.
Is there a point, like, we talk about, tombstone hitters, supernova egg hitters, stuff like that. Is there a point in a draft thinking about a hero that can kill Plague Wards? Because right now Omega have, 4 melee heroes plus Grimstroke. Do you consider that at all?
Man, you're giving me flashbacks to like Dota 1 days where that's a thing that we always thought about. Like picking heroes like Drow Ranger, for example, or Sniper, who can outrange the Plague Wards and kill them. I think nowadays the XP and gold Plague Wards give is just too little that you don't really think about someone who can kill it. And you kind of just ignore them.
And they don't pose as much of a threat as they used to.
Yeah. Smoke up though. Now they want to wrap around. They want to make this. Oh no, not alone again.
There's the roar.
Oracle got
missed the roll. He's silenced up, but there's the false promise. Kill off Kara, the Soulbind comes. Leshrac, and he's taking so much damage. With these axes being spammed down. The Soulbind connecting onto Tano now. They turn and battle with Lissex Mars, but they're trapped inside this arena with the Blood Right, and they're all blown up. No casualties for the Dire team, and Drakeel, he's going to TP home. No one's going to catch him.
A great fight. Such a sweet silence from the Earth Spirit, Gary. Just rolled in onto Lesh, and he's looking for the Oracle. Gets that off, so the false promise is very late, and it was just too late by then.
Hunting that Oracle. So important for the Earth Spirit. There's not really that many other heroes that can do it right now, until the Blink Dagger from the Mars maybe comes out. I should be able to claim this bottom tower without too many difficulties. So it looks like the EGOBOYS try and move elsewhere on the map. Troll still farming in his little home top, working on the BKB. And the fact they've already taken top and mid tier 1, so this is kind of a... let them have it. They can have that tower. We'll match them at the outpost.
Tano.
Spot Drakeel. Tano sees the Mars. They get ZXC though, burst through him with the Oracle, while Tano is still lurking. On top of Lissex, he's stuck around for that little creep camp. Oh, dearie me, Mars spins back the Lesh.
Mingata's dead.
He does actually lose. Oh god, the Troll just soloed Mingate. Man, Mars is going to fall now as Rises comes out with a double kill.
Wow. All of a sudden, Omega just falling apart.
Did you see what happened there? I was generally just watching the chase from Radiant Jungle upwards. I didn't even see the Bloodseeker was just fighting with the Troll.
No, he was running from the Troll. he couldn't run away from the troll. There was nobody on the side of EGOBOYS that was low HP, so he didn't have any boost of movement speed. And the troll just got on top of him, popped the battle trance, got rooted, and died.
Jeez.
He needs a Manta really badly for that. So what happens with Manta is when the battle chance goes off, you just have to pop the Manta, remove the root, and then the Troll Warlord will stick to the illusions.
Yeah.
And you kind of just like run away from it. So he's queued up that Manta now. Like, it's not an item you typically see anymore, right, for carry heroes, but against Troll, it's quite nice.
Seems pretty important. Especially,
most people...
You don't want to just like popping
that
BKB for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Another smoke from Omega, though. They want to get some use out of this Mars Arena. And they really want that mid-tier one with a catapult wave there. But Troll clears the wave. J-Marie chucking some axes towards him. He's got Blink and Aghanim Scepter. So didn't go back for the Soul Ring, didn't go for the Boots of Travel. I guess this pairs up really nicely with your Soulbind, so you're gonna get those double roars pretty much every fight now.
Yeah, sometimes you have to be careful with the double roars. It's like, if they're... Okay, it's really awkward. So if they're far at max distance, right, with the Soulbind, then the roars will hit both targets and they'll still be Soulbinded. If they're just a little too close to each other, if you roar, it will split both of them apart and it will break the Soulbind.
Oh, and push them away.
Yeah, sometimes that's much worse than you actually roaring them.
So you reckon this Blink is maybe primarily for the jump onto the Oracle then? Forget the double roar, just roar the Oracle.
It's just about positioning, just get the kills on like a target, make it quick.
Well, there's the Nyx. Roared up inside the arena. Taken down very quickly as everyone scrapping around the Roche pit. 17 minutes in. Both teams considering their move into that little cave.
I think what Jamar is thinking is, okay, I have roar up, let me just go kill someone and back to pushing lanes up. Right? He doesn't really care who he's gonna kill at this point, as long as that hero he's roaring doesn't have an Oracle behind him. So even the Nyx Assassin, get the kill, go back to farming. He just wants to keep on scaling, because this hero farms faster than anybody else in the game.
Oh, Yule's on bottom. Lashrak gets the two-man stun. ZXC has rolled straight into his own demise. Oh man, Bloodseeker with a Grimstroke now? Can they get on top of Alone's Lash? I mean, he's pretty low on HP. They don't go chasing for it. Still scanning, as it looks like Tano and J-Marie coming down south. I don't find him.
They could not.
And they're in Roshan.
They were afraid of getting solo killed by the Leshrac again. Bloodseeker was too low health, and interesting play here from EGOBOYS going for the Roshan pit, like you said. They're trying to take this away from the Beastmaster. Oh, they ping it out. They know it's happening.
Yeah, Battle Trance popped.
He doesn't have Arena.
He doesn't, and he doesn't have Blink either, so he can't really jump into the pit and scout things out or start things off. J-Marie with an Invis Rune. Scouted by the Nyx. The Yule Scepter into the air with a stun. The sentry's down, and they've got the vision. Burst through him, and a two-man impale. Catching the Mars in the back end. Oh, it's huge for the EGOBOYS. And this really does secure them, Roshan.
That's insane. And this can go all the way back to the point where the Troll Warlord solo killed the Bloodseeker and got that freebie onto the Mars as well, which let him get to this BKB much earlier than you would have expected. And now taking the Roshan for the Leshrac too. Whew, EGOBOYS, they're really cracking this game open. Beastmaster can't solo that Roshan, and it's part of his game. Being able to kill that Rosh really quickly with his axes.
Yeah. And now Oracle can just pretty much sit behind the Troll, right? He doesn't have multiple targets he has to save. You just get that. What is it, like 14 seconds of invulnerability? Battle Trance is, what, 6.5? False Promise level 1, 8 seconds. That's a long-ass time to not be able to kill the Troll, who is whacking away at you with Maelstrom. Now roll in towards him. ZXC. Not going to find the Oracle in the back, and now the Roar catching Drakeel, Venomancer. Silenced up, stunned. He's not dead just yet, though. He pops his wand. He's actually able to help them out to maybe find Mengate, but he sprints out. The arena keeping EGOBOYS in check, but Thugger has dropped, and the ZXC Earth Spirit will follow him into the grave as both supports get slain.
Damn, Jamari, he's holding his axes in his hands. There's too many stuns just constantly running at him. He's not able to just dish them out every single time it comes back. Very unfortunate. And again, Lissex missing his spear in the arena. So costly, Gary. These are kills that you cannot afford to be missing out on at the moment.
What do you reckon it is? Because we've seen this, not just from Lisex, from a number of players over the past couple of days. Is it nerves? Is it just Mars in general as a hero? You kind of get on tilt?
I think you gotta be a bit more calm, relaxed, just understand that you're gonna hit your spells and maybe practice. That could also help too with the hero. I can see that he's a bronze tier Mars. Unless he doesn't have battle pass. You might want to get that up to like gold at least.
Get your Dota Plus levels up.
Very well. Yeah.
Do you have any level 25 heroes?
No, I don't. I play too many heroes that I just don't stick to one thing.
That's my issue as well. I've got like 20 heroes at level 10 or something, like level 15 or whatever, but nothing above it. There's smoke across, catching out the Earth Spirit, wandering up into that dire triangle. ZXC, yet again, that first point of contact for EGOBOYS. Looks like they want to try and vacuum up the rest of this map. Push in mid,
I think I got...
a couple of towers bottom.
This Leshrac is really starting to come online now. And I feel it's not just him that's done all the work. The Troll Warlord, Rises, he's been putting in a lot of work as a carry Troll Warlord. Like, it's not normal, I feel, for a hero like this to have so much impact this early into the game.
Yeah, he's involved in 10 of the 18 kills, over half of them is pretty intense, as they do get a catch on the Grimstroke. The stun's there, but the Soulbind comes with a 2-hero silence. ZXC, with the help of the Roar, magnetizes up Drakeel, but with that hood and the turnaround of the Spirit Vessel, the saves and alone holding Aegis still, he survived. The spear catches onto Drakeel, but it's all too little too late. Lisex is reinitiated with no real backup. Mingate, he does sprint in, trying to shred through them, but Rises BKBs up with the battle trance going. Drakeel finally falls, but they still have this backup of the false promise Kara Oracle that they haven't managed to burst down. EGOBOYS, a 2 for 1, but that could have been much worse for Omega.
That really could have been much worse. They don't get the Aegis. Alone did get away from that. I feel maybe he would have liked to have just gone in, lost the Aegis, turned the fight around once he's back alive again. It could have been much better for EGOBOYS, but getting that Leshrac out with low health, I think that kind of helped Omega cut their losses as well.
He's still got it for a minute. So it looks like
the Troll Warlord, it feels as if, Gary, there's no stopping this guy, especially with an Oracle on his team. He's just able to farm whatever he wants.
There's so many barriers, right? So many hurdles or hoops you got to jump through. BKB, Battle Trance, Fate Edict, False Promise, so many saves and ways to disengage. Even if it's just, a Carapace onto axes or the Magnetize, there's a lot of spill damage from Omega. A panel was mentioning, Bloodright. There's also Earth Spirit, Grimstroke, Beastmaster just chucking spells, into the abyss, basically. Nyx Assassin is that teamfight halting hero for the Radiant.
It's pretty awesome, I must say. Very smart decision on this Nyx pick. He's just able to spike Carapace like any of it. Actually, all of these heroes have some sort of uncontrollable damage.
Disruptive.
Inkswell, Earth Spirit, Magnetize, like you said, Axes, Mars Arena, Bloodseekers, Bloodright. You can't stop it. You can't stop the Nyx from getting these juicy spike Carapaces off.
And it's so good having... He's basically an initiation hero without really initiating. And then you can choose the target you want to go on, like now Mingate. Yuled up. They get the little silence and a spear onto Alone, so no Split Earth to come. Mingate gonna rupture up the Troll Warlord and rolling in with ZXC. They want to battle here. They chuck in the Arena and the Axes, but it looks like ZXC is the first one to die. The Soulbind double roar, pushing them against the side of the Colosseum, will slay Drakeel and the spear back. Forces the Soulbind to catch onto Rises, but they're just such a substantial amount of damage in from Alone. He gets a triple kill. Thugger, he's gonna be the Ultra. Take them all down, and the TP home from Mars. He'll be the last one standing, cowering inside his fountain because they're going high ground.
This is it? Are they... Do they feel like they have another fight in them, Gary? That is the real question from Omega. But these Raxes, they will fall. Oracle's got plenty of mana to just chill behind, heal up the boys, Edict coming out in 5 more seconds. But they might just respect this and back up. They have a lot of gold in their bank right now. They would love to just finish their next set of items before they go for another team fight.
Everyone's holding at least like 2,000 gold. Lesh with 3k. Troll just buys a Blink Dagger,
They got paid. They got paid big time.
25-minute in payday. And now the stranglehold, right? You've got wards covering both sides of the jungle, the entry points for the Dire to kind of move out of their base, take the outpost. All the tier 2s are gone. And you could even wait for next Roshan if you wanted to, as EGOBOYS.
A tithe to the impurities.
Tano's even going to have a blink soon too. Yule Scepter on the Nyx, scouting with the Vendetta. And Mingate, deja vu time. Farming that same camp. He's going to get initiated on for sure. Tano, Carapace, stuns him up with a 2-man impale. Split Earth connects from the Lesh. There's a soul burn out from Thugger, but it means absolutely nothing. They are annihilated right on their doorstep. And Mars yet again going to TP home to Fountain. Oh, he's not. He's caught out. They spot him on the high ground, and that is a 4-0. Where are your axes now, Jamari? Go and push that bot lane, buddy. Your tier 4s are going to start falling.
I think that's it.
They'll go for the top lane of barracks.
Ooh, okay. All right, playing it safe. You know,
Respect.
playing it cool.
Dire's top tower
Yep.
is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under
Definitely feels like this one's coming to a close very soon, though. Against 2 lanes of super creeps.
Eagle
Such a
boys, you know,
powerful
they don't want to
troll.
throw anything. Just back off. I'm gonna TP bottom. Gonna push the bottom lane out. It's Troll Warlord. Let's have a real clean game. And I must say, they are having a really clean game on the side of EGOBOYS, especially from Rises. Like this guy on his Troll, he started with that really good laning stage. He led that into a tower take top, tower take mid, good fights, good kill on the Bloodseeker on his own. Like he hasn't just been farming, as we've seen from a lot of the South American carry players. He's been farming and pressuring at the same time, which is something that is very rare in the Americas region.
Yeah, he's always farming, very far forward, and I guess Drakeel has suffered a little bit from it. Venomantis has had to kind of very selflessly give himself up, showing on waves, but hasn't been a problem for them. Also, it helps tremendously having a hero like Nyx who can scout out just ahead of your POS 1 carry with the Vendetta. See who's coming.
Definitely.
And they'll move back up, control the Roche area. We've got 1 minute until he spawns. So maybe that's what the Omega side are thinking about. If we can win a Roche fight, if we can steal that, the Aegis, the cheese, whatever else is in the big man, potentially we can hold on. And Bloodseeker's BKB going to be another item they look towards.
I mean, this is pretty much like,
Radiant are scanning.
how do they call it?
Hail Mary.
Sports garbage time. Yeah. Where you're just like chilling, waiting for the timer to run out. That's what Roshan is, chilling, waiting for the Roshan. Because I can see Omega, they don't have a BKB yet, do they? Or did he just finish it? Okay, he just finished it. Maybe. What's Dota Plus say? Is it a 1%er here? Is there a 1%er?
Yes.
It is a 1%er.
Yes.
Here we go. Here's a 1%er.
Roll to high ground. Catches Lash. Doesn't kick him down, though. Rupture thrown out, but this Earth Spirit is just being obliterated by all the magic damage, and Rises found the Grimstroke in the back. They throw the arena. They've got Kara all trapped up inside, but the false promise comes in time. Troll turns with the battle trans back towards Jimori, and Bloodseeker with his BKB is ended. So he yules up, catch him, but missed the stun. Still gonna burst through them all. Bloodseeker is the 5-man wipe, and not a single death for the EGOBOYS. 34-13 is where it'll end as they call GG.
Not a single death. That's what a 1%er looks like, right there.
Mm-hmm.
So, Omega, they weren't going to wait for the Roshan to spawn. They get the BKB, they try to go out and fight. I love EGOBOYS' strategy